Yeah, I definitely want people to remember me as being this bubbly and positive, vibrant woman that I am, who really strive to educate others and to change the perspective and the representation of Black women in porn. Yeah, I wanna be that, and I would love to be remembered as just a very open-hearted person.
Today on Be the Model, we introduce SuperModel and adult entertainer, Onlyfans icon, the exotic, the beautiful, darling Nikki.
Hey, my name is Darling Nikki, and I'm here with Be the Model podcast. My friend Teddy had sent over some interview questions for me to answer, so let's get into it. Tell us, who are you, where you're from, and what is it that you do? I'm Darling Nikki. You can call me Nikki, darling if you're dirty. I'm from New York, born and raised, and I'm a professional sex worker. I do a couple jobs underneath the umbrella that is sex work, from modeling to intimacy coaching to content creation, creative direction. I've been behind the camera sometimes. Yeah, if it intrigues me and it stirs up those good gushy feelings inside, I'm probably down to get into it. Yeah. What inspired me to do modeling and entertain and get into my profession? I think this was kind of a personal journey at first, where I was just seeking a change in what I was experiencing in the bedroom, in my relationships. And I noticed that a lot of other people were also going through the same thing. So I decided to kind of publicize my own exploration, and people received it really well. A lot of people related. A lot of people found it helpful that I was sharing my experiences, and I just started to share more.
Girl, that Uber driver was such a creep.
Yeah, I feel like that was really weird when he asked you to sit in the front seat, but I feel like he was trying to take a closer look at your fine ass.
Girl, I think he just wanted to know if I had on panties. What are you doing? Come inside. Come on. Sit down, relax. He won't be back for hours. He's out, okay? I guess. I'm gonna make you a drink.
Are you mixed? What is your background? What is your culture? I am mixed. I am Afro-Latina. I am very invested in both parts of my culture. Of course, growing up in New York, it was like, it was just me. It was life. I was born in the Bronx. My family is in Harlem. And I was also raised in upstate New York. So I've just always been around. you know, Spanish and Black people, and they're equally a part of my life, and celebrate it. Yeah. Did I face many obstacles on my journey? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I probably face obstacles every day, whether there's technical difficulties, things with compatibility and people that you're working with, health issues, just all kinds of things that happen when your body is your work, you know. A few jobs in sex work, a lot actually, don't offer health insurance, so it's very important that you take care of your health. But yeah, obstacles come and they go, but it's nothing that you can't plan for, right? So it's better to be proactive than reactive, and there's a lot that you can see coming. Which entertainers or artists inspire me the most? I'm gonna say top of my list, always. My favorite couple, Jet Setting Jasmine and King Noir, they were probably the first representation of, I want to say, the type of porn I was interested in seeing, which is really intimacy based, but also Black and in kink. So they had just set this amazingly beautiful and high standard for what I wanted to emulate within my work, which is just showing the best of Black love, Black intimacy, Black connections, things like that. And I think under them, Maud Petrova, she's been a staple for just feminine health, sexual health and wellness. Goddess Tiomi was another woman who I've always kind of been interested in what she has to say. There's a couple others. I can only maybe call them by their Twitter names. But it's so important for us to have these role models, especially in areas like sex and health, where, you know, school and education kind of cuts out. When did I realize I could be successful with modeling and OnlyFans? So with OnlyFans, I realized I can be successful. I had a kind of messy experience where a ex of mine had posted our personal video online, and it blew up. It completely blew up. I had people who I didn't even know were on Twitter contacting me saying that they saw it. I just watched the numbers shoot up, and I kind of got nervous. I told them to take it down. And I kind of just, you know, very bashfully and embarrassed, walked away from the situation. Didn't feel like I was ready to handle anything like that or be even seen in that kind of context or light. And a couple, maybe like 2 years later, I had seen the same video posted already on Pornhub, and there was like 4 million views on there, and I was just completely blown away because I of course wasn't making any monetary gain on those views. And I was upset for a little bit, but it kind of like, it kicked my ass and it made me want to go in business for myself. If that was something that was already out there, I might as well, you know, continue and show people, hey, this is me. That, you know, of course is me, but I'm going into business for myself. And everything after that kind of came very easily as far as like modeling, and the opportunities that I found myself working in just offloaded. When did I realize, okay, we read this one. What is my opinion on porn and how did I get into it? My opinion on porn is that it is an art form. It's all about the intention that you put into it. If your intention is to just have people mindlessly giving away their energy, I probably can't really say that I support that. But if your intention is to recreate and re-represent something that has been tarnished, that has been shown in a not so great and beautiful light, if your intention is to create more intimacy-based art, more loving art, more inclusive art, more sensitive and softcore even art, or just things that we all actually need to see in the sexual context. I think that type of porn is porn that can change people's sex lives for the better, of course. There's a lot that can change your sex life for the worse. Yeah. I got into it. I have a complete exhibitionist kink, so I love being watched, whether that's just by the person in the room or complete strangers or, people online through webcam. I personally enjoy the attention that I get when I am expressing myself sexually. So coming into this work, getting in front of a camera, it was very much easy when it was just me and myself. You kind of get used to it depending on your comfortability with who's behind the camera as you move on to more production style things that are itself filmed. What are my own rules to success? My number one rule is to only take what you need. There is a lot of distraction out there. There are a lot of things that, of course, you might want, that might be tempting. But if you don't need it, you don't need it. It's overzealous. It's indulging. And it's okay. It's okay to indulge, but everything in moderation, I believe. There's always other things to spend your time and money on. My other rules: never let my work interfere with my personal life. Of course, with being open and having sex with other people, my personal sex life can have its ups and downs. Sometimes I have no personal sex life. Sometimes it's a lot of work, or I just get into these spaces where I want to focus just on pleasuring myself. So I think it's always very important for myself to reassess what's going on, how I'm feeling, and making sure that I'm giving myself what I need before I get caught up in my work. And my last rule for success is never do anything you don't want to do. Never do it. Never fucking do it. Never freaking do it. I've been there. I've experienced it. I've sat through it. I've projected myself somewhere else through it. Sometimes we feel pressured. Sometimes we freeze up. Sometimes we aren't able to voice our wants, our boundaries. But it is important that before we engage with other people, that we create those boundaries for ourselves. We practice them and we stick to them, especially if they mean something to us, especially if they're not soft limits, they're hard limits, they're absolutely no's. Stick to it. Voice yourself, voice your opinions, voice, your feelings. It's so important for us to continue to have the experiences that we want to have. And in order to do that, we have to communicate. We have to let the other people know what we're expecting, what's okay, what's not okay. And you never have to do anything that you don't feel like doing. It's not worth it, and it's all about honoring yourself. You're there to honor yourself. Sex is an honoring and reverent experience. So we should be acting accordingly so we can have the sex that we want. Yeah. If I could go back and tell my younger self any advice on life, love, and relationships, what would I tell her? I think I would tell her that it's okay. It's perfectly okay. Everything that she is experiencing is fine, and it's gonna make her into a better and a stronger woman. You don't have to find pleasure anywhere but you don't have to find pleasure anywhere outside of yourself. You can find pleasure right here within this body, with these hands. You don't have to seek it elsewhere unless you feel like someone is worth having that experience with. I would also tell her that I love her. I think that we all could use a little reminder that we are loved and accepted, and we are growing just as we should. And I would also tell her she will be great. You will be great. Don't doubt yourself. Don't let people put you in a box. And yeah, be great, because you are great. What is my legacy? Oh, let me not skip. Where do I see myself in 10 years? In 10 years, woo, that's a long time. In 10 years, I see myself with a family. I see myself less busy. I definitely see myself creating more group events, more retreats, maybe even hosting people, hosting spaces for people, doing a podcast. I said less busy, right? And with a family. I definitely see myself with a family in 10 years. I'm young now. I try and use as much of this young, vibrant energy as I can, so that when I am older and focused on other things, I can give my time to those things. So I'm trying to set it all up now. What do I want my legacy to be, and how do I want to be remembered? I want my legacy to be I don't know. I want to be a sex icon like Prince was. Definitely. And I also I want to be an intimacy icon like Prince was. Yeah, I definitely want people to remember me as being this bubbly and positive, vibrant woman that I am, who really strive to educate others and to change the perspective and the representation of Black women in porn. Yeah, I wanna be that, and I would love to be remembered as just a very open-hearted person, because I feel that I am one, and I think anybody who kind of has met me can agree. Final question. What does be the model mean to me? Be the model means to me to be a role model. Be the people your dog expects you to be. Right. Yeah, be a role model. We all have contributions to make in this life that we live, and it's important for us to do the work in order to make those contributions. We all have a purpose, and yeah, that purpose should be fulfilled. It should be recognized. It should be a gift to the world. And you have to be the model and lead by example in order to give that gift sometimes. So be the model. You can find me online, of course, on a couple different social medias. Once again, my name is Darling Nikki. I'm on Instagram at xdarlingnikki, Nicky. I'm on Twitter at the same name, and you can find all of my adult content and stuff like that at onlyfans.com/darlingnikki. You can add an LITE to the end of that if you want to join my free page. Thank you.